Alkanes, also known as paraffins, single covalent bonds saturated, main components of petroleum and suffix "ane". Alkenes, also known as olefins, one or more carbon-carbon double bonds unsaturated, suffix "-ine", uses energy sources, gases, maturing hormone for vegetables, ethylene, and they are the basic structures to produce a considerable amount of polymers and plastics, ethylene and propylene. Alkynes, also known as acetylanes, at least one triple bond between carbon atoms unsaturated. Suffix for alkynes is "-ine". Their uses are energy sources that produces high temperature flames, welding and cutting, material monomer in a considerable amount of polymers and plastics, ethene and propene.
Alcohols. They can be classified as primary, secondary, and tertiary, depending on the type of carbon when the replacement is done. Solubility. They are extremely polar compounds. Boiling point. The boiling point of alcohols are far greater than their respective hydrocarbon. Physical properties. Alcohols are liquid at room temperature. Methanol is highly poisonous. Chemical properties. First oxidation produces aldehydes, and second oxidation produces carboxylic acid. Uses: as a solvent in paintings and varnish production, antifreeze, antisthetic, perfume production, explosives, and as a fruit preservers. Carboxylic acids, obtained from the oxidation of primary alcohols or aldehydes. Physical properties: solubility: 1 to 3 very soluble in water, 4 to 7 less soluble, more than 8 insoluble in water. They are less denser than water, except that methanoic and ethanoic acids. They can produce ester with alcohol plus carboxylic acids. They can be used as a vinegar, aspirin production, soap production, and textile industry.
Aldehydes. They are the product of the partial oxidation of primary alcohols. Their functional group is CHO. They are soluble in water when they have more than 4 carbon atoms, and if they have more, they are less soluble. Their chemical properties are the hydrogenation, halogenation, and oxidation. They are used for conserve the human body anatomical parts, and they smell and have a flavor like cinnamon and vanilla. Ketones are obtained from the oxidation of secondary alcohols. Their functional group is R bonded to a CO bonded to a prime R. They are generally liquids. They have pleasant smell, and they are soluble in alcohols, ethers, and chloroform. They are used as solvents, and the simplest ketone is the acetone. And they produce secondary alcohols when they react with hydrogen.
Ethers, product of a reaction between alcohol and carboxylic acid. Their functional group is COO. They are soluble in water. If carbon increases, solubility decreases. The boiling point is same. Carbon increases, but the boiling point increases too. They have pleasant smell, they are volatiles, and their chemical properties is the alcohol production. They smell real good. They are used as an aroma of candies, detergent, or soap, fiber productions, and hormones. Ethers. They are obtained from alcohols. Their functional group is O. Their fusion and boiling points are very low compared with his hydrocarbons. They are liquid with a pleasant scent. They are denser than water. Some of the uses are of solvents, medicines, and explosives.
Amines are obtained from the ammonia, and also They have two types of solubility. The ones that had a short radical that are soluble in water, and the ones that had a long radical that are soluble in organic solvents. Toxicity, amines are toxic, and the aroma, they have a aroma like ammonia. They are obtained from the reaction of alkyl halide and ammonia. Amides are obtained from the carboxylic acid, and the OH group is substituted by the NH2. Also, the UPAC nomenclature is when you choose a functional group and you start counting the functional group as CO and NH2. Also, the physical properties are when amides are polar compounds, they can be dissolved in water, and the boiling points are solids with high melting and boiling point.